But Shannon, I'm going to start with you on this one. Does it feel like the beginning of the end for the Patriots dynasty?
It really does. And I think a lot of that's predicated that Tom is 41. Tom is not the same player that he once was. And people fail to realize that, but it just happened. You know, you get older, whether you're a professional athlete or just normal day-to-day life, you age. And unfortunately, people like to think that everybody else get older, but not Tom Brady. He's going to stay the exact. He's going to be able to do the same things he's done for the last 50.
What's Eric calling? Old-ass man.
Yeah, that's what he is.
For football. For football. I said for football.
I like that.
Yeah.
Skip, he's not the same guy. You look at over his 9 touchdowns over his last 8 games. That's what he's thrown. 9. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that, Skip?
My turn?
No, it's not your turn. and we turn around, well, look who he's throwing to. Well, he was throwing to those guys when he outgunned Patrick Mahomes. He was throwing to those same guys that when he outgunned Aaron Rodgers. And you think, Skip, the thing is that if you watch Peyton Manning's career, it was gradual because remember, he went 55-10, MVP. He went 39-15, I think, the next year. But towards the tail end, like the last 4 or 5 games of that year in which he threw 39 touchdowns, you started, if you paid close attention, started watching. And then what happens is that the great guys can have these great games. They pop up. You look at Peyton the last year, he goes to Kansas City, they're down big, Skip, and what? He throws for like 355 and he leads them back. But he was never the same. Tom is not the same quarterback, Skip. It's gradual. Coach Belichick tried to be ahead of the curve, and Mr. Kraft wouldn't allow it. He also tried to be ahead of the curve with Gronk. Now, you said, and I said it, I said, Skip, he's not the same. I mean, I could see early on he wasn't the same player. Brady's starting to flinch now a little bit more. He doesn't want to take the hit. Hey, as you get older, those hits hurt more. ED, you better tell him.
Man, come on. Quarterbacks don't get hit no way.
Period. And then as an old man, I already knew I felt.
See, he said it too.
As an old man, Skip, you fall, you shatter like ice. I mean, things start to break a little. You're a little bit more brittle. Oh, you like, whoo. You see him with his arm folded up out there, Skip. It's starting to be the end. They see the writings on the wall. It's coming apart. Now, you can let the wheels fall off. You can let the transmission hit the dirt before you realize you need a new car. But Coach Belichick tried to be out in front of this thing real early. Yeah, but it's just a matter of time.
He tried to dump the guy who was about to win the MVP a year ago, right? That guy who threw for a playoff record 505 yards in the Super Bowl. That's the guy he tried to dump.
The only thing, Skip, is that they do not have an heir apparent to Brady like they had with Jimmy G. But this is not the same team.
You want to go?
You go. I want to wait after you.
So
I know you love Tom.
This is what I saw just 2 Sundays ago. I don't know. Maybe my TV's broken, but I saw this game on my TV right up here in Century City. I don't know. I get direct TV. Is it okay? Maybe maybe it screwed up that day and sent me the wrong game. I don't know. I saw Tom Brady go to his personal house of horrors in Miami, and I saw him throw for 358 yards and 3 touchdowns and put himself in position to win the football game until his coach put Miami in position to pull off what became known as the Miami Miracle. On the very last play of the game, they stole it because Bill Belichick put what's left of Rob Gronkowski on the field as the last line of defense to defend a Hail Mary from 85 yards away. I don't get it. Ryan Tannehill was already hurt. He couldn't have thrown a Hail Mary 35 yards, but he was being defended like he could throw it 85 yards. But if you can explain that, you're ahead of me. But Bill Belichick is the guy who should have been traded a year ago because he's losing his fastball. So help me out here. Okay. If the Patriots had won that game as Tom Brady put them in position to win, what would be happening right now? The New England Patriots would be the 1 seed in the AFC. Are you believing that? That's how bad Tom Brady has been this year when he once again threw for 4,000-plus yards.
Not yet.
Yeah. No, he has. He's already eclipsed it. He already eclipsed it. He's got the 9th most yards in the league.
9.
Yeah, but who wouldn't want that?
What about touchdowns?
Well, who wouldn't want the record because they've already vaulted back up to the number 2 seed? Who wouldn't want a week off and a home game to have to play only one away game that could, in this crazy AFC, it could become a Foxborough game. You never know. Yeah. There could be an upset along the trail. This is the one guy I don't bet against, and it's the one guy who just 2 weeks ago was throwing rockets all over the field in Miami, where he has struggled so mightily, and he showed you how much he's got left. He's got his fastball.
What about his last 6 drives in Miami?
Well, how about the last drive that should have been a touchdown and Belichick shut it down?
No.
Try to eat the clock for a field goal. Am I right about that?
But
did he not put them in position to win a game? They've lost. What was he like?
They should not have been even in that
7
situation.
of his 9.
Because if Tom Brady doesn't take the sack before the half, they get a field goal out of that, right, Jenny?
Yeah.
If he
the
doesn't
game
miss,
over.
If he doesn't miss Brian, if he
the
doesn't
game was over.
No, it wasn't.
It was way over.
No.
Come on.
Hold up. I didn't hear the gun go off.
Yeah. The clock.
It still had time on the clock.
Yeah.
That's what you told me.
Yeah.
You through, Skip? My turn.
This team, there's one guy you don't bet against, and it's even at age 41, the old-ass man, you better not bet against it.
Well, look, I had a Jerry curl once upon a time.
Yeah,
I have a
I had
Jerry
full of
curl.
hair.
I don't have a Jerry curl no more. That's just life. We all get old.
I loved your Jerry curl.
I did too, but I don't have it no more.
Yeah.
You know,
And the fruits and berries,
the thing is that
You could get it back if you really wanted
no,
to.
I'm
No.
good. I'm good. I'm good. You know, when I look at the Patriots, and you're right. I mean, Shannon. I mean, this team. I mean, all things come to an end. They really do. I mean, Tom Brady, he's older. I mean, he's an old man for football. You're not too, like I said, you're not too old for the world, but you're too old to be playing football, and not at this level. I mean, it's time. He's possibly the greatest quarterback to ever play in the National Football.
Possibly?
Well, all right, by your standards, he is. But I mean, he's
Well, by anybody's standards?
I still like Joe. I mean, I'm a Joe. I'm sorry, I'm biased. I'm a Joe Montana. But anyway, forget all that. You know, it's time. I mean, it's time.
Time to stop?
No.
When you're the 2 seed?
Well,
Really?
Tom,
Let's stop.
Let me ask you this.
Let's just stop.
Wait. No,
you're not the greatest quarterback ever.
Well, let's
you're,
put it like
you're
this.
still really good.
When you set out, you have a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan. In football, it's probably better to have a 5-year plan. That's 5 years. Okay, right now with Tom Brady, you think somebody say, I want to come into New England with a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan. Because Tom Brady won't be there. I mean, eventually, Robert Kraft is going to say, you know what, I'm going to turn this over to my son, Jonathan. I'm going to let him run it. When I also look at Josh McDaniels, who should have took the job in Indianapolis, you know, probably, you're going to be coaching here.
I don't know. He might be the next coach of the New England Patriots sooner than later.
And he might have a year. He might get a year out of Tom Brady, and then what?
And then what?
We've seen what Josh McDaniel does without a guy named
Tom Brady says he's playing until 45, and I'm not going to bet against that.
I'm betting against him.
I bet against that.
Okay.
I don't think
you
he's gonna
guys
make
are
45.
just, you resent the fact that he continues to endure.
No, you know,
liability.
and one thing is
and he
that,
plays a position
I'll say
in
this,
which you can endure. Am I right?
They don't give him all the talent around him either. I mean, you got to.
Okay, wait. Speaking of that, is Brandon Cook still a Patriot? No, he's a Ram. And they replaced him with who? Is Danny Amendola still a Patriot? No. He's a Dolphin, and they replaced him with who? Nobody.
But that's always...
They went and got Josh Gordon, and he's gone. And that was a team-rocking development early last week. Not team-wrecking, but team-rocking.
But here's the thing,
right?
The way they've done business, they've
Okay,
always, the pieces
who
always been interchangeable.
Who did he throw to yesterday? He threw to one, quote-unquote, wide receiver who's his slot receiver.
Yes.
He threw 10 balls to Julian Edelman.
Yep.
And Edelman is 32 coming off complete ACL reconstruction. He is not what he used to be. Gronk has become a liability. He shouldn't even be on the field.
Yeah, you heard that? Nobody's what they used to be.
Except Tom.
Except the 41-year-old. The 29-year-old Gronk.
Just 2 weeks ago, he had one of the better games of the whole NFL season at Miami.
Okay,
you don't like that?
So how was he in Detroit?
Well, how was he against Patrick Mahomes? How was he against Aaron Rodgers? Those are big stage shootouts.
How was he against Marcus Mariota?
Yeah. Well, okay, they lost some games.
How was he against the
how was the
Pittsburgh Steelers?
defense?
You see that's the defense.
Forget to go to the defense.
Patrick Mahomes says, give me a defense.
Do you realize if Bill Belichick closes the deal at Miami, they're the 1 seed? So I ask you, do you like that?
If was a
How did they do
If Bob
that?
Sutton closes the deal in New England. If Bob Sutton closes the deal in
How
the
could
Rams.
you close the deal? Tom Brady was throwing for 182 in the fourth quarter. How could you do that? Is that an old-ass man? I don't think so.
Yeah, well,
that was this year.
Coach Belichick says, see, when you take sacks right before the half when we don't have a timeout, I got to move on.
Got to move on.
Crazy to
Got to
think
move
that
on.